Well, today I'm going to give both of my steeds, apart from my Sprint that's still in the garage, a quick blast out, back to back, same ride. I'm going to put a GoPro on so I can have a look back at it. I have in mind at the moment that probably I should sell one of them on. I'm more of a resurrectionist than a perfectionist, and to be honest, the next step with either of these bikes is probably mostly, a lot more cosmetic work, which I'm not sure I really want to go down on a bike that really I want to just ride. Looking for perhaps another project, maybe another one of them, or maybe another one of these, not sure. But I like to bring them back from the dead rather than make them absolutely perfect. It'd be nice to have them perfect, but I don't know if I've got the time. So I'm going to give them both a blast, have a think about it, look at the videos, and then I might have a think about perhaps trying to sell one, maybe even both of them on. Sell both and buy an even, I don't know, more expensive Sandcast, or maybe something like a Gold Star. It's a thought. Well, that was the ride on the CB750. Really enjoy riding this bike. I can understand why when they first came out, people who bought them were really so pleased with them. Feels smooth, the gear change is quite slick considering it's a 50-year-old. Probably the exhaust's a bit loud on this, and you get an interesting burble on the overrun. It's one of the things with these strange exhaust pipes that are on that I would change. Yeah, I would look to change. As the bike goes, it's not bad at all. Everything works apart from the neutral light, which I still need to have a look at. Don't think that's going to be anything much. Has a bit of an oil leak from the base gasket, which is quite amusing because the Triumph doesn't have a base, an oil leak at all. Although I did rebuild the Triumph from the ground up. It's a really nice bike. Feels comfortable. Had it with pillion on, and my wife said it was quite comfortable on the back. Had my sons, he's had a go on it. It's a really nice, relatively modern bike. It certainly, I enjoy riding it. Things that it needs, well, it needs the stripes on the tank and perhaps a bit more paint on the tank. I'd have to think about that. Definitely needs the exhaust. My next steps, I think, with this would be to have the engine out and redo the gaskets, yeah. Although there are things you can do, and the oil leak isn't actually horrific. It's something you could live with if you were just riding it for shows and things. I'd probably want to change the exhaust, although that'd be something I think that'd lift the cosmetics of this bike quite a lot. Other than that, a bit of paintwork here and there, and it's a really nice, presentable bike. And I've really enjoyed what I've been doing with it. So I won't be, rushing to let it go. But equally, I like new projects. So yeah, enjoyed that. Let's have a see how the Triumph does. And that was a quick trip on the Triumph. The Triumph's a bit more like an animal, a bit more like having a horse. You got to think a little bit more about it. It's very engaging ride. It feels very peppy. I suspect it's not as fast on the pickup as the Honda, but it feels it. Yeah? And that's how you feel sometimes. It's a bit harsh. The right-hand gear change can cause you a bit of fun when you keep changing with the brakes, but it runs really well. I've had this bike absolutely to pieces. It was a rusty wreck when I got it. I know some people might think the tank's still a rusty wreck, but literally every gasket, every seal, every bearing in the engine is all new. I've done it. Every single part has been apart, refurbished or renewed. I've got another tank which I'm painting at the moment. You might see one of my other videos. I don't like the original colours for this, and this is a T140 tank, but it really goes with the bike well. What is there to say about it? Doesn't leak oil, all new stuff. Brakes work fine. Rev counter's a bit entertaining, has a mind of its own. It's definitely an engaging bike to ride. Doesn't feel anywhere near as smooth as the Honda, but in the same way, it perhaps calls to you a little bit more. It's really a difficult one. It certainly doesn't feel of the same generation as the Honda. Considering this is the newer bike, you'd never really guess it. But that vibration, that pull, the idiosyncrasies that you perhaps get with it, the indicators, it's got exactly the same indicator relay on this as on the Honda, because the Honda's was missing. Yet on this one, they go all over the show. On the Honda, boop, 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 boop. And that sort of sums it up. This is, more of an adventure. The Honda's a bit more exciting. I'm really not sure. So, I hope this has been interesting for you. I honestly like both bikes in different ways, and if I had plenty of room, I'd probably, have a little museum like a lot of people end up with. But I could really do with perhaps starting with a new project. So we'll have a think about it. Might put it on social media or something. Got all the summer to come yet, so we'll see.